There's a fundamental belief in today's society that I wholeheartedly disagree with. That's that more is always better. More clothes, bigger house, bigger car, better phone, more hobbies, more stuff. But what if society, instead of having us want more, it wanted us to have less? What if the rich and famous flexed how little they had, how free they were of material possessions, how much free time they had in their hands? Would that change what we want? Maybe for the better? I believe that less can actually be a lot better than more. That's both physically and mentally. Now, obviously, companies want us to buy stuff. They need money, and we honestly believe we need a lot of things. What I found is that less, and not just less things to own, but less things to think about and less things to do, actually make everything a lot easier. And it also makes me think more clearly. I wonder, why is that? So one day, by pure chance, I stumbled into a minimalism video. I thought it was weird, in a good way, intriguing, so I watched it. At first I was like, what do you mean, aspire to have less? It was just the whole concept was weird to me. But you know how it goes. One thing leads to another, and all of a sudden I'm watching those the only 5 things I own as a minimalist videos. Alright, let's agree those are a bit much. But I honestly found there was something of value in there. Extreme minimalism couldn't work for me. My line of work involves me owning some gear, and I don't think I can find a way around that. But a healthy approach to this minimalism thing could be interesting. I've moved around a lot, both growing up as well as in my adult life, so I know how annoying having too many things can be, especially when you have to carry or move those things around for work. So I started thinking, could I do with less and still have the same quality of life, produce the same quality of work? I wondered, so let's give this minimalism thing a shot. So where do we start? The easiest place of all, and where I think most people start in this, your wardrobe. In a study by The Telegraph, we find that women, on average, spend almost a year, about 287 days. That's 16 minutes every day during the weekdays, so Monday to Friday, and 14 minutes on Saturday and Sunday, picking an outfit in the morning. It's almost 1 year of your life just thrown out the window. So I looked at my closet, wrote down some rules, and started decluttering. All of a sudden, I go from a packed closet to like 3 items. What I realized then was that maybe I had a lot of clothes. I admit maybe I did, but not a lot that I wore that much, or honestly that I even liked. It also helped that at the time I lost a ton of weight, so a lot of things didn't even fit anymore, so that kind of helped me declutter. So all that stuff I don't really love or somehow doesn't fit me or my goals, I sold it or donated it. I proceeded to write down what my ideal wardrobe would look like. What's in there? What colors? How many of each? What do I want to look like? How is that going to represent me in society? Then I made a list of everything that survived my purge and cross-referenced that with everything in my ideal closet. I did research on the pieces I thought I needed and made a shopping list out of that. I left it there for a couple weeks or months, just simmering, until I needed one of those things and went ahead and bought it. I've now got a pretty minimalist capsule wardrobe, I'd say. It's mostly comprised of plain black or white t-shirts, black jeans and pants, some outerwear pieces because it gets cold where I live, some sneakers and some accessories. Now look, you don't have to be like me, but maybe simplifying your options and making this an easier process for you in the morning can maybe save you some time. I know this is not for everyone, but it works for me. Bonus points because when your clothes are pretty plain, your tattoos and your other noticeable features stand out a lot more. That's that. Mission number 1 is complete. Next up, let's take a look at our phones. This little device right here can be a big clutter catcher. For most of us, this is our most used device throughout the day. From apps to photos to notes, it's so easy to create and keep clutter on your phone. It probably took me like a day or 2 to go through everything on my phone and declutter it. I deleted all the games except for chess and Sudoku, because sometimes I still need something to do when there's no Wi-Fi on a plane. I then proceeded to delete most shopping apps as well. Amazon, Uber Eats, AliExpress, all gone. If I really need to buy something, I can just open it up on my browser or download the app, buy whatever I need to, and then get out of it. I don't need Amazon sending me notifications every time they're trying to take my money. Our goal here is not just to declutter and make space, but also to get rid of things that suck your time away from you. But be really honest with yourself and ask this. Does having this on my phone have a positive contribution to my life? Does it make me healthier or better in some way? It's also kind of the start of a dopamine detox journey now that I think about it. Also, I might just do a what's on my phone video if you guys are interested in that. Next up, go over to your Photos app, delete everything that's unnecessary. Have 14 photos of the same thing. Just delete 13 of those and just keep one. Save the photo of your cute vase for your home decor project. Buy it, wishlist it, or just move on. Lastly, go over to your phone settings, go over to notifications, and disable everything that keeps trying to get your attention. That's just distracting you from your goals. I mean, Instagram, TikTok, Netflix, you know what's popping up. The less notifications you get from these apps, the less likely you're going to be to go into them. Now, mission number 2 is complete. Lastly, let's look at what we do. Our hobbies, our work, our activities, and our events. If you don't have a calendar, you can start one now and dump all of your recurring activities on there. I live by my calendar, so I know what I'm going to be doing each day and at what time. We need to get this accurate overview of our activities in order to understand why it seems like we don't have enough free time on our hands. Unless you're superhuman, having work, piano lessons, gym sessions, boxing, reading, family time, time with friends, going out, playing video games, cleaning the house, and sleeping all in one day, you just might have too much going on. There's only so much you can pack into a day or week's worth of time. Having too much can make you feel stressed and scatter your attention and energy, and that's not what we want. If you want to lock in and truly get things going, you need to cut down on some things. It's also okay to not have anything scheduled for a day. Matter of fact, making time to do nothing and just be bored, being away from external stimulus, is a great way to get your brain working and your ideas flowing. So after you've listed all you have to do in a week, check what it is that you do that doesn't move you towards your goals. Is playing PlayStation really advancing your dreams? Maybe you do a 2-hour session on weekends to just decompress, and maybe that helps you de-stress from your stressful day job. But maybe you play for 4 hours a day instead of doing some physical activities. Only you know this. So I gotta ask you to be real honest with yourself and assess your own situation. Also want to add that I've had this really bad habit for a while now of just overpacking my schedule. Just too much in a day's worth of time. Then I'll get mad at myself when I go to bed because I couldn't get everything done, or I just didn't have time to catch my breath during the day. But with time, you will learn accurately how much time you're gonna need to do certain things. If you're like me, that's gonna take some time. So be real careful what it is that you choose to spend your time on. Don't overpack your schedule either. Just define 3 to 5 of the most important things you have to do throughout that day, and check if those things align with your journey. If you get free time after that, just enjoy it. Let's call mission number 3 done for today. So now we got things cleaned and decluttered. How do we maintain order? After this initial purge of our things, our phone, and our activities, we need to keep it clean for the future. Luckily for us, it's easier to keep your house clean if you take care of it regularly rather than letting it get to a big old mess and then back into pristine condition. We want to schedule or set a recurring reminder to look back at these things again and make sure they're clutter-free. I go through my phone photos on a weekly basis to check if I took any photos or screenshots of things that I want to reference in the future. Then I either save that information in a database or delete it if it isn't useful anymore. I also take a good look at my wardrobe every 3 to 6 months. I check if there's anything on there that I don't need, don't use, or don't love anymore, and get rid of it. Also, if something's getting worn out or needs repairing or replacing, I try and stay on top of it and not wait too long. Lastly, I also look at my calendar pretty much every day, just to organize my time, so if something's out of place, I probably know pretty quickly. The whole idea is just to go over these things every now and again, then I'll let it get into a mess again. So set recurring reminders on your phone, or a task in your calendar, just to constantly remind you to keep these things in check. It makes it way easier in the long run, and it avoids getting into big messes in the future. So now what? You've put all these hours to get things straight, and it kind of feels weird? At least that's how it felt for me at the time. All the decision fatigue I had to face every day with what am I gonna do, what am I gonna wear, all went away, and that felt kinda empty. Matter of fact, I didn't know what I was actually feeling. I later realized I had this newfound feeling of being very lightweight, and everything was just clearer. I guess in a way, having less simply made me
happier.
I hope doing this might help you as much as it helped me getting myself together. That's it. Stay safe.